All right, guys, welcome to Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than Morgan Sneaker Room. What's good? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
What is going on? If you're watching this on YouTube, my posture is going to be a little bit slouchy. I've got a heating pad on my back, man. I think it's because I'm getting old. Flex said it's because I'm swinging the tennis racket too much. So I'm just right now. I'm just in recovery mode. Got 3 ibuprofens in me, uh, and I'm trying to stay hydrated. So. I turned 32. By the time you guys hear this, I'll be 32. So, uh, yeah. But how old are you? How old are you though? You're not that much far behind me.
So, what's on feet today?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Uh, we'll go. Okay, we'll go into it. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. We were just talking about like our birthdays are very close to each other, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that too much personal information? We can't
I
put it
mean,
out there.
just because our birthdays are close doesn't mean the years are close. There
Nah,
could still be
yeah.
a still be a 10-year difference, but our birthday could be on the same day. So,
Were you born in the 90s?
absolutely, '90s baby.
So we obviously aren't 10 years apart. Were you born in 95, 94?
Man, what's on feet today, man? What is on feet today? Like my man's still trying to go. What's on feet today?
So what's on feet today for me? You probably don't know what this shoe is. You can see it on YouTube. But I've got on the Saucony Shadow 5000. This is a West NYC collab. And this is the Cabin Fever colorway.
Okay.
Very, very cool shoe. It's a shoe I actually picked up this year, but it came out. I know it doesn't have the year in here. But I think it came out in 2015, 16, 17, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a Shadow 5000. It's got an olive suede around the toe cap, the mud guard, and the back heel. Then it's got hits of leather, black leather on the toe box. It's got some uh, green mesh. Like it's a really, really clean, earthy shoe. And it's got hits of red on it. So just a really cool collab. It's a shoe I was looking for a while. And I found like a very near dead stock pair on eBay for very, very cheap. And it's got the West NYC branding on the heel tab. So really, really cool sneaker. What you got on feet today, man?
I went with a pair of penny fives, man. One of my favorite Nike silhouettes. These are the Memphis Tigers. Paying homage to his high school, Penny Hardaway. I've always been a fan of the penny five just because of the details on it. As you can see, you got the penny five right here, and then it's what is Virginia, I believe.
What's
I think
that?
it's Virginia. Is this?
No, that's what state is Memphis in?
I'm tripping. Anyways, anyways, it's Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
Anyways,
okay though, because I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish because then we gotta
oh,
talk.
oh.
I'm gonna let you finish, then we gotta
So,
talk.
anyways, the shoe is like 10 shades of blue. And this is one of my favorite colors. And I felt like the man with these because nobody was wearing penny fives back in high school. And then this is back in the era where like wearing matching clothes was like the thing. So my first pair of penny fives was the Phoenix Suns. And I had a shirt that said "Where pennies get dimes," and I'm like, yeah. So I had like this whole outfit, shirt matching the shoes with a pair of Levi's on, cuffed at the end. So yeah, that's what I went with today.
So
The
so
Memphis
okay, so
Memphis
Memphis
Tigers.
Tigers, right? That's where you went to where?
That's and that's high school, or that's his college.
That's his college.
Okay, but I
You
think
know he
no,
cut.
but his high school, I think the mascot was Tigers too, or Ligers, or something like that.
You think it was a Liger? You have to. We have to look that up. We have to look up what high school did Penny Hardaway go to. But I can tell you, I mean, he's a coach at Memphis now. I think he's a coach at Memphis now.
That's what he's coaching at right now since 2018.
Yeah, but he went to school there.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm trying to figure out where his high school was at. We're gonna get off track. But
I,
yeah,
I
that
don't even know.
was
I don't even know where Penny Hardaway's from. Um, But yeah, so I mean those pennies, man. I used to play ball in the penny five, and I had that color, and I had the Tor yellow joints.
I think it was the Toyos, and then they had a Volt pair. I want the
They had a
Toyos. I
Volt.
remember
The
those.
invisibility cloaks though,
I
that
still,
was the best, man. I
bro.
think that was the best colorway.
So one of those untold Flex stories. So,
Okay.
so
I'm
actually,
like leaning in, bro. I gotta hear this. These are fascinating.
so this is before I got my first job. So I was in dealing and dabbing in some criminal activities, and I got caught. So I'm going to court for my first court date, and I wore the invisibility clothes. Now I didn't have a car this time because I was
To
in
court?
yes, to court, actually, with the Levi's cuffed up. Anyway, so I'm walking to the courthouse now. I'm not driving because I didn't have a car at this time, and I had the invisibility clothes on, right? And this is during like summertime because I actually got in trouble during the winter, but like
Mhm.
the court dates are always like almost 6 months, 7 months later. Anyway, so I go to my first court date, summertime by this time, and sun shining, and those had that crazy effect. So like I'm walking
Yeah.
across the street, and like I know they're gleaming. Dude stops, and like I'm already shook up. My nerves are already crazy because I don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So dude stops in the middle of the road. He's like, "Hey, the invisibility clothes, man, those are crazy." Gets back in his car and goes start driving. And
Yeah.
like crazy as it sounds, I feel like that's just one of those things of my love for sneakers just continuing because
Yeah.
like at that moment in my life, I was just like unsure about certain things, and I got comfortable just off someone complimenting my shoes. It kind of just changed the whole
Yeah.
vibe and mood of things. Nothing really happened at that moment because they moved my court date again, and then they moved it again because the officer wasn't there, then the lawyer wasn't there, and eventually, uh, thankfully, like I had good grades going in while I was going to school. Like I was just like get done quick, and just get bored. Anyway, so
Yeah.
the DA is like, hey, if you can prove to me that you got, straight A's and all this good stuff, then, I can dismiss the case. So this went on for like a year and a half. I finally go home, get my report card, bring it to the DA. He's like, oh, you got straight A's? Man, go home. And just like that, literally
That's
6 minutes.
incredible.
6 minutes is done. And it took like a year and a half. But,
Yeah.
luckily nothing happened. Everything got dismissed, nothing on my record. So all is well.
That's awesome. Well, good job getting straight A's too, man.
Yeah,
That
nah.
was not
Yeah.
something that I was doing in high school. I was
Oh,
not getting straight
it
A's.
changed. I got that senioritis like my junior year. Oh
Uh-huh.
man, I was one of those kids that was asking for a pencil. I literally came to school with a notebook and like
Yeah.
and a string bag.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get in any trouble in school, but I wasn't I wasn't studying. I mean, my senior year, my backpack didn't leave my car.
Yep, I
Um,
didn't even have a locker.
look, I mean, I knew I was going to the Navy. I was like,
It
you know, I don't
is what it is.
whatever, you know. I still ended up coming back and getting my degree and stuff, but it took a lot longer than it should have. With going to community college and
Yep.
uh, you know, having to go that route before getting to a 4-year university. But, you know, everything's been done. Um, so back to the invisibility cloaks in court, right? Back to
Kind
the
of leads us.
invisibility.
It kind of leads us into the next topic. I like it.
It absolutely does. It absolutely leads us to the next topic because on top of that, right? Like we've kind of talked about. I've announced that I'm getting married, and
Hmm.
of course, everybody asks me what sneakers I'm gonna wear to the wedding, and I'm always puzzled by that question because it's like I'm not wearing sneakers to my wedding. Like I didn't wear sneakers to prom. The cool thing to do was wear like a fitted with the tux with the matching shoes, right? Or a pair of white Air Force Ones. So I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, obviously I know what you would wear to court, but like on the special days, like prom, not well, shoot, we're grown, we're not going to prom, but like your wedding day, like, are you wearing sneakers?
Ideally, if it was up to me, yeah. Like I feel like when you're with someone that's particularly not into sneakers, you kind of it's like a give and take. So
Mhm.
like, there's a lot of things that I'm just like, long as you let me do this, I'm cool. So
Yeah.
the wedding is one of those things that I know is kind of gonna be her thing. So like, if you let me wear a pair of sneakers to either the wedding or the reception, whichever one you pick, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
So like, if I don't get a chance to wear it to a wedding, then I'm wearing it to the reception. So all in all,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna wear a pair of sneakers, and I have my metallic silver retro 11s in the box, dead stock, just waiting, just waiting. Never been worn, and I cannot wait to pull those things out.
So here's the problem, right? Because like I could see like a Jordan 11 looks um it I mean it looks like it could work with formal clothing, right? It's got the patent leather,
Hmm.
it's shiny, especially those metallic joints that you have. Um those are gonna those are gonna really stand out. But for me and my collection, like me wearing some great New Balances or, which you mentioned the reception. I could see myself throwing on a pair of uh gray 990s for the reception, dancing in that. Um I don't have to be a conversation, but definitely to the wedding, nah, I'm gonna keep it traditional. We're actually uh grew up Catholic, and
Hmm.
so we're getting married at a Catholic church, and
Okay.
it would just seem tacky to wear sneakers in that type of venue. But like I saw all the when the cap and gown joints came out, man, I was like, bro, we're gonna see nothing but wedding and prom pictures, homecoming in these sneakers. And like kids do what you do, right? Like I'm not
Yeah.
tripping over kids wearing, I think it's fun. You're in high school, have as much fun as you want. But when we're grown, you know, n- it not for me. Not for me.
Eh, I see that. I think that's where we differ at, because I feel like once you get to a certain part of your uh adult life, I feel like you kind of go back to your, I don't say your childish ways, but like,
Yeah.
you gotta get to a point where you're enjoying life. And I feel like enjoying life means doing things that without that responsibility of being an adult. And I think there's only certain parts of your adult life where you can like go, okay, I can do this without responsibility. This is my day, this is my decision. And I feel like the wedding is one of those things where you can kind of out, there's no responsibility, there's no obligation. This is our day, so we can wear what we want to wear. We can, do it how we want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like, that's an accomplishment for me as a person. So like, my shoes have to be involved. Like, my shoes are part of me,
Right. Yeah. I like how you put that. I like how you put that. I think I know that the two of us have talked about it, and her preference is that I don't wear sneakers to the actual wedding. And I said
Hmm.
that's not really my thing. Like I'm not gonna wear the sneakers to the wedding. But she did say like if I wanted to, the sneakers would be cool at the reception. Um, so we'll just have
Yeah,
to see. I mean, we're not planning on getting married for like a while, but
yeah.
we'll just have to see what ends up happening. Did you go to prom in high school?
No, I had no intentions, didn't really want to go. But I remember back in high school, like, the whole wearing like Jordans and Forces were like slowly coming in. Like, it was coming, but not coming. It was still like groundbreaking. Like,
Yeah.
yo, they wore Jordan 11s to their prom. It was kind of like, you gonna wear sneakers to your prom?
Like you were
You
gonna
know?
get you like if you did it, you were gonna go viral or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
like kind of unheard of. Now there's people at, the biggest fashion, biggest event of the year, they have on streetwear, sneakers,
right.
and stuff like that. And it was just like one of those things back then. It was just like, why are you wearing penny fives to court? You know?
You ever so talking about this, and I know you're starting to try to get into the fashion stuff. We're talking about Uncle Schooler and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and we've been talking kind of about you getting your own or you having your own personal style, right? Like you have
Hmm.
a signature flex look.
Yeah.
Um like a discount Bryson Tiller almost. Um
How do you say that with a serious face, bro? It's crazy. That's crazy,
So,
man.
but like what I'm looking at next year is like, and this is kind of off topic, but getting back into wearing Jordans,
Mhm.
but in a more like not really formal, but like throw on some creased Dickies, like maybe put on like a vest or something like that, and then
Mhm.
or a sweater, and then you've got on a pair of like carnivore. You got on a pair of like Barclays or some J's or something like that. Just kind of switching it up. So I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people wear Jordans with Tex, and it's like, all right, like that's enough. But like trying to elevate the rest of your outfit around the Jordans, and kind of trying to take that into 2024.
So you're gonna start dressing like me? I'm confused.
That's not you. You
I'm
dress you
confused,
you dress like an express mannequin.
bro. Not even close. I can understand if I had on like these silk shirts and I got like this satin hoodie on. If you're
Yeah,
watching,
bro.
it's
You look
crazy.
like
I remember when we was on live, you're like you dress country. Please explain that. Let's
you dress
let's
country. Are we
that's what you
talking about
said.
your
I don't know, bro. You said it. I don't know. Don't get me to try to explain it. You said
you
it.
dress
You said it,
country, like you dress like boot cut jeans with the sneakers.
bro. I've
Like
never in my life wore a pair of get out of here,
look, you dress like what was cool 5 years ago. Like right now, right? I'm looking right
yeah.
now. You got on the Bryson Tiller hat that you wear all the time,
Not the Bryson Tiller hat, bro. You
right?
got it,
What's the last Bryson Tiller song you remember?
bro.
Don't
Nah.
don't.
I remember the last song was he had a song with Sahara the Kid, Priorities.
How's that go?
Bro, it's like a whole singing hook thing, and I'm
Yeah,
not
you
finna
gotta
do
sing
that.
it, bro.
I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. Maybe
But
if I lose the showcase this week, then that'll be mine.
we said
That'll
you,
be
you got to
my.
do a lip sync and you got to lip sync priorities. All
I
right.
like it.
So then if I lose, I got to lip sync. I got to lip sync
No,
a
no, no,
different
no, no, no,
Bryson
no,
Tiller
no.
song.
If you lose, I want to see. I want to see a Flex inspired fit.
A Flex inspired fit. Okay. I just got to pull up something I wore back in 2016, 8 years ago. I
Oh
got to see
my
what I was wearing
god,
8 years ago.
that is you, man. You funny.
Like I could see
Yeah.
you putting on a flannel. Flannel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a flex fit. This is a
All
flex
right, go
fit
ahead.
right here.
Let's see what
This
this
is a
is.
flex fit.
All right.
Oversized flannel with the thin hoodie underneath, like you got on right now. You got on that the thin
Mm-hmm.
hoodie, right? So flannel, hoodie underneath, skinny
Uh-huh.
jeans with the zippers on the side, right?
Wow, I wouldn't
Chelsea
dare.
boots.
I wouldn't dare touch a pair of pants with zippers on it. But go ahead.
Look, I got them. I got a pair. So if I lose,
I
then
wouldn't dare.
I'll have them on. Uh, Chelsea boots. Chelsea boots with the Nike hat on. That's a flex fit.
No, bro, not even
That is a flex fit.
close. Oh, so you know what? Since you dogging me on how I dress, man, I gotta go into 2024. I gotta try some new stuff.
Yeah,
That's gonna be my New Year's resolution. It's gonna be me taking chances and trying something new. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, I definitely stay inside a box when it comes to dressing. Like even when I try to like go outside the box, I still kind of come back. Like it's like
yeah.
hey, he was going somewhere. Then it was like, oh no, he's back there. So
I'm gonna
I
be,
can see that.
I didn't even know what your hair looked like for a while because you always have that Bryson Tiller hat on, man.
This is one of my favorite hats. It's a
No
Nike
kidding.
swoosh with freak. Like I mean, you don't get no better than that.
What year did that hat come out?
Oh man, this is old.
2017, when
Mm,
Bryson Tiller dropped his first album.
I'm gonna give it early 2019. This is
2019, that might have been when he dropped.
this is the Greek freak. So this is around that height.
I'll tell you what, if he made some good basketball shoes,
Who? The
Giannis.
Greek? No. But yeah, no. No.
Well, you don't hoop, so you wouldn't understand.
Do you?
I used
Okay.
to.
I thought you should be swinging
The first sport I ever coached was basketball.
Oh, okay. But do you coach it now? Do you currently play right now?
No, but I could give you buckets.
So, okay, almost doesn't count. So if you're not currently doing something, that means guess what? You do not hoop. I didn't think I had to explain that, but it is what it is.
Hey, you talking a lot of trash. I mean, we could talk about the consignment conversation, or we can.
Look, we finna go into that conversation anyway, so we can take it there.
So I
So
want you to define consignment.
see, the thing about it is, I didn't know the meaning, Morgan. For the listeners, for the audience, I didn't truly understand what consignment was. So I thought consignment was just like, hey, we're selling something that was given to us. I didn't know that like it goes into how they price the item. So I made a video here recently on one of my social media platforms about 2J's, which is the owner of Urban Necessity. And my birthday's coming up here soon, and I was looking for a gift for myself. And I was checking out the Almama Nair 5s, and they were in stock in my size for retail. And like something that I learned when I first started collecting sneakers is just to look up the shoe first before I go to like trying to buy resale. So I search it up on Google, and Urban Necessities pops up, and their price for the shoe is $697, and that was mind blowing. And I shared that with Morgan, and then he shared with me what consignment was. So initially, it may not be 2J's price. It could be someone else's price, but he is the owner of that company, so I hold him accountable. And I stand on what I said. I don't want your autograph, and I don't care to meet you.
That's
Thanks for
that's
thanks
fair.
for coming to my TED talk.
I think that you brought up a good point, right? Like when a new sneaker comes out, and I've got a story about this. One of my well, I'll get to the story here in a little bit, but when a sneaker comes out, we've got so many new people. We have so many new people in sneakers um who don't really know how to finesse the game, that all
Mm-hmm.
they know is uh go
Hurry up and buy.
StockX, eBay, right? Like go get the resale. But there are so many sneakers that are just sitting and reselling. Like how many times have the Amam and years resold or restocked, sorry.
And currently still in stock.
I mean
You just look hard
they're
enough.
still in stock, right?
Yeah.
But I guarantee if you go to StockX, you'll see people buying sizes that are sitting for
Yep.
resale. So I've got a story. I had one of my tennis players. They got in contact with me, and um, their mom like gave her my information, and she was like, "Hey, I got a question. I accidentally bought two of the same sneaker on GoDaddy, right?
Mhm.
And it was some Adidas Gazelle like platform joint, like they were
Yeah.
pretty cool. Um, but I had to kind of call in some favors because they were like, "What do I do? Like, what do I do with the second pair?" And I was like, "Well, you can either resell them, you can see if you can get your money back through reselling. You can maybe try to get more, or if this shoe is still in stock somewhere." And I had to call in some favors, so I'm not gonna put out any, not gonna put any people out there, but I had to call in a favor and say like, "Hey, um." this person got this shoe. Are y'all able to return them?
Mhm.
And they were like, yeah, I'll look out. But they had the shoe in stock still at this company, very accessible. And she could only get retail, but she paid way more than retail for the shoe.
Yeah.
So we have to do our research before going to, I mean, the resale spots have to be the last resort. I know they're
Yep.
so convenient. I mean, they are convenient. And if you got money in your pocket and it's convenient, like it's so easy to just pull the trigger, but wait, definitely wait.
Yeah, I feel like when you go to like reselling platforms, I think that should be something that you missed. Shouldn't be something that released 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that's this at least 6 months, because
Yeah.
then maybe the stock is gone, so you're not like available in the mall or in certain retailers. Because I had like something similar happen to one of my little cousins. His mom, she showed me like, hey, my son just got these Chrome 6s. He paid like 450. I was like, Chrome 6s from 2015, I hope. I think even for those are pretty high, but
Yeah.
they're pretty old. They're coming up on like 10 years as a low cut. And like they're not available anymore. And then
Right.
she's like, I don't think it was from 2015. It's the one that just came out. I'm like, the high tops? I'm like, I literally put in Foot Locker, Air Jordan 6 in the search bar. Chrome 6 is the first ones that popped up. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
you
got got.
definitely,
You
yeah.
got
And then
got.
and on most of these reseller shops or platforms, it's final sale. There's
Yeah.
no,
Uh-huh. Because
especially if
they
there's
know.
nothing wrong with it. Yes, of
Yeah.
course, if there's nothing wrong with it, what can you say? You
Right.
know, yeah,
Because they know. Like, and we've been saying this, man, that the resellers, these resale platforms, resellers, they're not our friends, right? Like they're
nope,
not we can be friendly, but we're not friends, right?
absolutely.
And I'm friendly with a lot of resellers. Like one of my friends from college, he's a reseller.
Hmm.
Um, and he's looked out for me, but I've also looked out for him, right? And that's just business.
Yeah,
Um, Look at like even Rob Quan. I like what Rob Quan does on on TikTok. Rob. Um,
yep, I do.
yeah, even what he does is like it's is admirable. It's admirable that you know he will take like pretty worn shoes, clean them up, and sell them. He doesn't try to head crack or anything like that.
Hmm.
But that's pretty admirable that he does that. But still, he's not your friend, right? We're
No,
friendly.
no.
Me and Rob are definitely friendly, man. I like him a lot, but I mean, he's fighting. He's fighting the opposite battle that I'm fighting. Um, yeah, for sure. Now I saw somebody. So you saw the Black Cat threes are coming out, right?
Yep. Hmm.
And so I saw a tweet, and it just lets me know like how far removed we are from real sneaker culture. But this tweet said that the Black Cat 3 is going to be $400 on release day for resale.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, if you're paying resale on release day, you've got no idea what you're doing. Like, you have
Yep.
absolutely no clue what is going on.
Hmm.
Um, like you said 6 months. I'm not looking at resale for anything. Like if it's like a hyper strike where there aren't going to be any more releases like super rare shoe, I'm not looking until at least 2 weeks later. At least 2 weeks later, I'm not even
Yep.
looking at it. Um, and then at that point, I'm still low balling. So be smart, people. If you're gonna be in this for a while, if you're gonna be collecting sneakers for a while, you want to make this your long term hobby. Um, be smart, hustle, because the resellers are hustling and they're winning. We got to hustle back.
Yep. As crazy as it sounds, when you're collecting sneakers and you're buying sneakers, you need to learn how to save a buck.
Hmm.
Any way
Yep.
you can save a buck, and that means looking, searching, waiting for it to go on sale. Like, I mean, for like the first year and a half, I was known as clearance rack Flex, because everything behind me I paid retail or below. Like, I didn't really get into buying resale to 2020, and that's because the
Hmm.
game shifted so
Yeah.
fast and so quickly. I mean, we always see a hype peak, but this was something different. This was something that I hadn't came across. So I was in, yeah, my sneaker collecting was turned upside down,
Yeah.
and I was forced into buying on release day the UNC ones, um, and I regret that. I knew I was making a mistake when I bought them. I'm like, bro, come on, you're not supposed to. Don't do this,
Hold on.
and I
Resale?
did it. Yes, on release day. And I got those shoes in my hands, and just for the fact that I bought them on resale on release day, knowing that the price was, I can't enjoy those shoes. Like, I still feel like
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest regrets as far as buying sneakers that I've had in a long time.
Look, this is the last story, man. This is the last story I'll tell, and it's a little bit happier of an ending than yours. But this is the last story I'll tell, and then we can move on to the next topic. But you remember the Air Max 720? It
Hmm.
came out around the same time as the 270, right? Had the
Yep.
giant air
Yep.
bubble on the back.
Yep.
So when the first colorway came out, so they debuted um Oh man, when did they actually come out? Well, anyway, when I first saw the pictures, I was like, I have to have this shoe. Like, I was a big fan of the 720. As you know
Hmm.
now, it's not a very popular shoe. Um, but when the very first colorway came out, I missed out on sneakers on the first colorway. But
Yeah,
knowing how the sneaker game works, I'm like, this is an Air Max. This is a brand new model of Air Max. Like, this is going to re-release.
yeah.
But resale on the first day was $420, and it stayed there. And then you can end up finding that shoe for um on the clearance rack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just because, I mean, nobody's ever sold out of anything. I believe that nothing's ever sold out.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we just had 23 the 23 app give a notification for the Gamma Blue
For the
11s in
gammas,
size
yeah.
5 at the NBA store, which I don't know how that happened. How maybe that's a return shoe because I've heard stories about where you can return a shoe
Hmm.
years later.
Yeah.
Um, but I've never tried it. I've heard it's possible, but I've never tried it. And I think it's kind of one of those cases. Somebody had a pair laying around, like, hey, let me just return these and get some money for them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they put them back on the site, and there they go.
Well, made somebody's Christmas. Made somebody's girl's Christmas. Why everybody likes the Gamma Blue 11 though. Like,
But it wasn't like that when they released, though. The people not gonna
it
talk about
wasn't.
that part. I remember very vividly, like everybody hated that shoe because it was like the first time we got a colorway that we hadn't seen before. It was like that brand new
Yeah.
holiday Air Jordan 11. Everybody was wanting, Breads, Concords,
Mm-hmm.
Columbias,
It
and
was a
they
brand
bring
new
this.
colorway.
Yeah, and it was like, what is this? And then the
Yeah.
yellow Jumpman. Oh, people were
Oh
having
no.
a yeah, that was going crazy. Like, it doesn't even go
Th-
with the blue. Like, I remember, and then when I think this was the first 11 that we seen go up in price because these were 185, and I think the year before we were like what 160, 175.
Yeah, they were going up every single year at that point. I
Yeah,
actually
so
paid 350 for that shoe just so that the internet knows.
I
I
paid
got taxed.
500. I paid 500
You got taxed. It
heavily,
might have
and then
even
the
been
crazy part,
375.
I
Um,
hated the shoe, man. I hated that
I didn't
shoe.
like it. I ended up getting rid of it. And I don't sell shoes. I don't trade shoes. I ended up getting rid of it.
I hated it until I seen it in hand, and I seen somebody
For
on
real?
feet, and my man had them laced up just right, had the right fit on. I was like, yeah, I gotta get those.
Yeah.
And yeah, went to Flight Club, got them 500, probably more than that. I can just remember it was over 500, and I had them in my car on release day. This was on Foot Action, which I feel was no longer around now. I think
I
Foot
think it
Action.
is. I think Foot Action is.
I know. I think Foot Action, East Bay, all those are no longer around. Foot Action, East Bay is gone.
But
Uh,
they're
it was
all
all under
under Foot
Foot
Locker,
Locker.
right? Okay.
Hmm. So yeah, all you got now is Champs and Foot Locker.
Gotcha.
Before we go into the showcase, I want to talk about the video that's been going around. I haven't had a chance to make a video on it, but the guy checking out the Lost and Found retro ones,
Uh-huh.
and dude was like, "Hey, can you check this out? He's real." And he doesn't use a black
Oh
light. He does like
man.
the little flip turn. He like they pass, and he like so excited. He looks in the camera.
Yeah.
They pass, and dude's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, they're fake."
Yeah.
And other dude's like, "They are." He's like, "Yeah." And then of course, cut scene,
Yeah.
and it's just the this whole rep fake, not fake, checking to see if it's real. It's scary times. It's
It
scary
is.
times, especially when you're buying aftermarket pairs and you got the whole thing like Nike can't even say that hey, we have legit pairs with the
Yeah.
refurbished thing they were going. There was
Uh-huh.
people talks that they were getting fake pairs, and it's just like there's nowhere you can run. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it's becoming a common thing now.
It is definitely tough. It's a scary world. I've got right now in my collection, I've got a fake pair of off-white 90s that I need to find something to do with. I didn't know that they were fake until I used the Unbox app and they've had a legit check feature. And I knew that they were in my collection, and I was a little shaky on them. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh
used the
man.
authentication system, and it came back and said, "Hey, these aren't it." Uh,
And so this was
so
recent. This was recent.
this was within the last few months.
Wow. That I
Yeah,
know I know that hurt because that's one of those pairs that's probably been there for a little bit.
yeah, it's been there for a while, but I've also been skeptical of it. I've been
Ah, okay.
skeptical of that pair, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to know the truth.
I
Um,
can, yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. I got brave one day. I had a couple credits for some legit checking, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, found out the truth, man. And the worst part is I got them from a homie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got them from a friend, and you know, I b- he scammed me. It's all good, you know. He needed that more than me.
I got a pair in my collection now that I'm skeptical about. Like it's been in there a while, and it's honestly one of my favorite pairs. So
The Benz sevens are fake.
no,
The Benz sevens are fake.
the Ben Simmons are legit, but it's another pair that it's like one of
What
my.
is
It's
it?
not. And I'm not gonna tell you, bro. So you can talk about it all the time.
The
Absolutely
Cardinal
not.
threes?
I don't even have the Cardinal threes. I still need a Cardinal threes. I'm just
Oh,
buying other stuff.
what's the
But
model?
anyways,
It's a
so
taxi.
absolutely not. No, I got those legit from like a
Bro,
flagship. No,
you
no,
got you got some fake Dornbeckers.
no.
You know how diabolical it's got to be to make a pair of fake
Bro, that's
Dornbeckers?
crazy. That's some nasty. That's some nasty work there. But I mean, but I know there's got to be pairs out there because there's fake. Everything. Like
Yeah,
it's insane how
yeah,
the whole wave of like fakes. Because I got to take away the whole rep name. Like I feel like it's like putting a band-aid over it, or putting some makeup and making it look pretty,
yeah.
saying rep. I feel like it makes it
Just so
tolerable.
everybody's clear, I mean, this is a podcast that does not condone the buying and selling of reps. We don't condone it.
Absolutely not.
It's of course it's you do whatever you want, right? You're grown. Do whatever you want, but those one to ones are not as one to one as you think. Um, I saw a video that said it was a TikTok, and this dude said, uh, "You're not being called out for wearing reps, not because like it's fooling everybody, but we're just talking about you behind your back."
Hmm.
Um, that's the reality. Now, do what you want, right? But this podcast does not condone buying, selling, and wearing reps. We're all about being authentic people, and that includes what you wear on feet.
Yeah, but should we talk about the pages and influencers that get these brand deals and recognitions from all the sneakerheads in the world? Tons of followers wearing fakes, showing off fakes, and I think we all came to a conclusion. And I feel like our era of collecting, we always knew the whole first look
Uh huh.
was more than likely a fake pair. And
Yeah.
we kind of got bamboozled into like thinking like, you know what? Maybe Jimmy got these from, this
Yeah.
person that got it from this person, that got him from this person, that got him from this person, that got him from this person that works at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there
Um,
are some pages out there.
there are some pages out there. Let me ask you, how many inbox messages do you have from companies trying to work with you to sell fakes?
Endless. Endless.
Endless, bro. It never stops.
Is crazy. Hey,
It
my name is blah blah
never.
blah. We do this. Hey, my name is blah blah blah, and we do. I'm like, bro, no, no,
I'm good.
no,
Yeah, bro.
no.
Yeah, I'm good. Um, but I'll tell you what though, if Nike comes to me and they need information on people who are buying and selling reps, I'm gonna be in there telling on everybody. I'm gonna be
That's
telling
tough.
on everybody.
Yeah, I'm not going that far. I'm not gonna do all that. I
I will
mean,
snitch. I will be. You gonna call me Frank Lucas, man? I'm gonna turn rat.
oh man, Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it that far. But yeah, maybe that's
So,
a
hey,
conversation for
Big
another
Marty
time.
Marr, bro. Hey, Big Marty Marr getting locked up. Big
Bro,
Marty
I ain't
Marr
seen.
getting
Hey,
locked
I
up,
ain't seen Marty Marr in a minute. I
bro,
ain't seen
because
him
he's
on live.
hiding, bro.
I ain't seen him on live in a minute.
That man's on the run.
So I
He's
mean,
on the run,
he was getting them things in hot
bro.
every release. He got 3 pairs for the whole family, full size
Yep.
run. He's got like a toddler pair, a pair for his wife, a pair for his kids, and a pair to sell, and his personal pair.
Yeah.
So like he was in the deep. He was
He was
definitely in the
definitely in
deep.
a deep, man. Thoughts and
You know,
prayers to Big Marty Marr, man.
for educational purposes only.
Ah.
That's the favorite line. You know. Let's get
All
into the
right.
showcase.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a Google form and we're gonna post it either. We'll kind of announce where we end up posting it. It might be in the show notes. It might be in our bios. But for you, the listener, to vote on who had the better shoe for the showcase, and whoever, as we alluded to earlier, whoever loses that has to make some sort of funny content. And maybe we'll even give two options for what the punishment is too on the Google form. So look, be
Like
on
it.
the lookout for that. We're excited to hear from you guys, and maybe we'll put a comment section in there too. We'll
I
let
mean, we
people,
can try that. I like that.
yeah.
I like it.
So, you want to go first?
No, I went first for the last 2 episodes. It's you
Oh,
first, man.
oh, my bad,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's all right.
So this is one of your favorite pairs of the year.
Uh-oh.
Um, these are the New Balance, one of the sneakers of the year. New Balance 990 V6, Action Bronson collab, Baklava. Just an incredible shoe. It actually looks like baklava on a plate. Have you ever had baklava before?
You need to leave. That's my response. That's my response to that
These
shoe.
are fire. For those of you who don't know, this is gonna sound crazy, so please get on YouTube and watch this if you haven't seen these before, or at least Google them because this is gonna sound crazy. It's got a blue sole. Excuse me, two different color blues. Uh, it's got just above that. It's got brown suede along the bottom of the upper,
Hmm.
with a lime green underlay.
Wow.
Sounded
That
crazy.
sounds
With
sound like
a
trash.
sound
Trash. That's
with
what it sounds like.
a brown reflective material on top of that,
Hmm.
with hits of gray, and then on the back there's a orange plastic heel tab. Stick with me. With
Hmm.
purple right above that. The tongue is gray, and then the laces are pink and purple. That sounds crazy. That sounds like a crazy shoe. But
Bro, it doesn't. It don't sound crazy. It is crazy. It don't sound crazy.
I
It
got
is
compliment on
crazy.
these at the gas station. I got compliment on these at the gas station, and the dude
Morgan, who was
behind
this
me said,
person? Who was the person that
"It's
complimented?
a
Was it the
stranger."
one? Hey, okay, you're getting warmer. Go ahead. And what
It's,
else happened? Tell me
and he
more.
said he was like, "Yo, nice baklavas."
Did he have his shirt on or off?
He had his shirt on.
Was he had
Oh, you
shoes
asking if it's
on?
a crackhead? It wasn't no crackhead. Now I
Oh,
will
okay.
tell you, he was wearing a he was wearing a Pelly coat. Um, so questionable fashion choice. He's wearing a Pelly in 2023. You still wear Pellies or Averex jackets?
No,
You seem
no,
like the type. You seem like the type that
bro.
have an Averex collection.
Wow. Yeah, you really got me. Like, I really got to step out of the box when it comes 2024. Like, I'm gonna be throwing on, I don't know, a
I'm gonna put on
jersey
a
and
flex fit. I'm
and
putting on a flex fit. If I lose, I'll put on a flex fit.
I mean, all I do is put on the Morgan fit, just hop on with like a big old hoodie, a fisherman's vest, a fitted that matches the shoes because it never matches anything else. Like those two greens don't even go together. But and then
This
then
is
I'm gonna throw
brown.
on, look, then I'm gonna throw see exactly. So that's even crazier. So then
Brown and green don't go. See,
I'm gonna throw on like these cargo, like overly oversized. Like they're not even like eye pleasing, like just overly oversized, and they're like be real tight at the ankle. And then I'm gonna put on what else got those hot trash that you got on right now. I'm gonna put those on my feet,
the
and then I'm gonna
baklavas.
stand. Yes, and then I'm standing at my front door, just be like this, Morgan. Yeah, you know,
Hey,
that's
words
a
hurt.
Morgan.
Hurt people. Hurt
Morgan.
people. Hurt people. Hurt people.
I like that. Hurt people, hurt people. Have you seen the new he's got a new collaboration coming out. Action
I
Bronson's got a new
saw it. It's a 1906. I'm
uh-huh.
still on the fence.
I think it's secondary trash, but yeah.
What about his second collab or the second pair, the blue pair?
Those are tolerable, but that all
Tolerable.
that
They got
yeah, I
like
mean,
Timberland laces. I have those too. Maybe I'll
of
do
course
those
you
next
do.
week.
Yeah, I think you're like a hype beast like for different brands,
Do
unlike Jordan and
you
Nike.
do you know like do you know why it's important that Action Bronson got a collab with New Balance?
You know what? I don't. How about you explain that,
So
Morgan?
he's been like the unofficial spokesperson for New Balance for years. And he's been
Mm-hmm.
rocking heavy with them. So it's just like when one of the fans gets an opportunity. Oh, J Tips just liked one of my comments on Extra Butter's page. Anyway, it's like when one of the fans gets a chance to, put on for the brand, like that's huge.
Now he's finally got some traction. They want to make him, part of the brand. Why not in the beginning?
You're grasping at straws.
Okay. So my showcase of the week is the
Oh,
Area
I know you're not talking about
72.
me, bro. I know you're not talking about me.
Hey,
I know
look,
you're
guys,
not talking
stay
about
with
me.
me. Stay with me because I can't describe the shoe at all. So I'm going with the Area 72, also known as the Asteroid Foam Posit. And the reason why this is one of my showcase shoes is this is a shoe that I felt like was gonna be on the scale of the Galaxy Foam. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, because
Do you
I
still
just
think
seen
that?
a no, obviously. I mean,
I'm
but
about to say.
I was like, okay, it's kind of got some of the same little vibes, and you got the Asteroid Galaxy, then you got the Galaxy Phone type deal things. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and make sure I grab this pair. But this pair stayed in stock forever. Like I actually saved up for this because I didn't want to like drop $275, just drop it. So I was like, every check I got like $50, and then eventually I got them, and still one of my favorite pairs. Still one of my most comfortable pairs of shoes. One of my most worn pairs of shoes. We got a little paint skip. We got a little paint spray here. The tongue is like chipping. Like this is a beautiful pair.
That's not a
Beautiful.
beautiful pair. Know what you need to
This is my
do? You
no.
need to send those into space. You need to. That's where those belong.
So you have no love for the asteroids at all,
No, zero
but
love.
you love
I've got no love for the asteroids,
the food
the
dish New
Weathermans.
Balances. Okay, yeah, food
I got
dish New
no
Balances.
the heat map joints. I got no love for any of those.
Yeah, no,
Um, the herpes
the what?
the
What?
herpes joints. The
We called
herpes
them
foam
something
posit.
else. You talking about the red ones? We called them
The
something else, and
the
I'm not
heat
gonna say
maps,
whatever.
something like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what we used to call them, but yeah, yeah. And then we had the Weatherman trash. Yeah, I didn't like the
Trash.
Weatherman.
I'm
I
putting
didn't
those
like
in
the
the same category.
Spider-Mans. Oh,
Spider-Man's are a little bit.
so
Those are on the
so
same
this
level as
was
those.
so these were around that whole like era.
They're doing
This is
too much with the
when
uppers.
yeah, they were doing too much, and I felt like even though phones had been like kind of dying out for a while, I felt like the asteroids was gonna kind of put them back on that wave, because for a minute there, the phone posits where I'm at here in North Carolina, like they were going crazy. Like you couldn't get your hands on them. Like there were Jordans that were sitting, Jordans that were sell out, but phone posits, you had to know somebody, you had to be there 2 or 3 days earlier. Like
Yeah.
phone posit colorways were going crazy. So like I felt like the asteroids were gonna put them all back on the map. Cause once the galaxies drop, that's what I'm gonna say that's what No, I'm gonna say it. That's what really got the phone posit up there. That's what really people start really checking in for the phone posits. Obviously, you had people that were wearing them before then, but I mean, a lot
So
of people say that the Galaxy phones is the start of reselling, which I don't agree with, but it is what it is.
let me ask. So okay,
Uh-oh.
there's so much to
Uh-oh.
unpack.
Uh-oh.
There's so much to unpack. Where okay, so asteroid foam is a top what colorway foam posit? Top 10, top 5, top 15.
It's gotta be in the 15s. There's too many great
All
phone
right.
posit colorways. One colorways. Like, I mean, the asteroids have nothing to own the Air phone posit. Because those are the pros. The pros come with the Nike swoosh on the side. I didn't
Uh-huh.
know if you know the difference. I
Yeah,
know
of
you're not
course.
a
And the
Nike
ones
guy.
don't have it. Yeah, come on, I knew that.
I
It's
didn't know
basic.
if you're a Nike guy. I mean,
I mean,
but
I got
you
Dr.
got.
Doom. I got Dr. Doom Pros, right? And then I got the
I'm not a
Royal
fan. Not a fan
ones.
of Doctor Dooms. Not a fan of Doctor Dooms.
You just a
That
hater.
not even.
How do you
Not even
like
in my
those,
top.
but you don't like the Dr. Dooms?
Cause I like what I like, Morgan. But how
Why
you
don't you
come
like
on,
what I
man?
like?
You sound like 2023 sneaker culture. Why don't you like these? Because I don't. They're not for me. I don't like them. I'm gonna buy what I buy and like what I like.
That's
But
okay. That's fair.
I got cough drops, eggplants,
Great
pearlized
colorways.
pinks.
Great
These are
colorway.
those. Yeah, those are
Great
the
colorways.
great. Yeah, those electric greens, electric limes.
Yeah, great colorways.
Those are those are top tier phone
I'll
posits.
tell you what.
Those
I
are
was looking. This summer I went on a foam posit like spending spree. Um, I got a new pair. Well, not a new pair, but like I got a pair of Royals that my '06 pair was torn apart. I got cough drops, eggplants, pine greens, metallic reds, all for
pine
like less
greens.
than $100, man. Like it's
Wow, now
yeah on eBay.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
See,
and
that's why this I need to hop on eBay, man, because
yeah
I would love to get those for
because
under 100.
because look, one of the pairs that released around that time that like I think of like the post post modern phone posit era, right? When we had um fighter jets, all that was
Fire
like the
jets.
Jim Greens. The Jim Greens got no love. Um they kind of changed colors a little bit.
Okay, yeah. That was kind
For
of is that going into like the whole mirror phone
a
posit
little bit earlier than
reflection?
that, but this was a
Okay,
pair that would kind of have this green to purple almost. It was kind of weird. I'm looking for Jim Greens. I'm looking for crimsons. I had champagne spilled on
crimsons.
my crimsons. The crimsons were a good pair. I didn't appreciate them at the time. Um, I've been wearing the pine greens a lot. Like just
Yeah,
I think we need to bring phone posits back. I mean, talk about
I think
we started the episode with pennies. We got to
I
bring the
think
phone
the
posit back.
phone posit never left my closet. That's how I feel about it. Phone posit is still one of those I feel like is a classic
Yeah,
silhouette. Like it's timeless. Simple as that.
I
Timeless.
need a pair of pearls. I need a pair of pearl phone posits
I
under a
have
hundred.
the rusted pink.
That's a good
Uh,
colorway too. Do you have the
yeah.
polarized pink,
No,
pearlized
I
pink?
don't. Mm.
That's a great color. I have
That's
those.
the reason why I got the rusted pink though, because I
Gotcha.
missed out on the pearlized pinks when they released a
Yeah,
couple years ago.
yeah.
And I recently got I think one of my favorite pickups, definitely in my top 10 phone
Uh huh.
posits, the fighter jets. A lot of people are not a fan of the fighter jets. I am a big fan of fighter jets.
That is the one, and I know I've hated on it before, but that was the one with like the crazy upper that I did like. But those came out while I was in the military, and I wasn't big on doing like a bunch of military themed stuff.
Ah,
Right
I can see that.
now,
I can
looking
see that.
back, I've been out for so long. I've been out for almost 10 years, 8 years now. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, I could rock those.
I like it.
So we'll let the people vote. Please do. We appreciate everybody who has listened to our first couple episodes. We're having a blast recording this. I look forward to this. Every night that we record.
Hmm.
So your feedback is more than welcome. And it's kind of what keeps us
Absolutely.
going. We enjoy even on TikTok. We love talking to people and interacting with you guys. So please Give us your feedback. Let us know who had the best sneaker. Was it my Baklava 990 V6 or
And
was
was it?
it was it Flex's Asteroid foam posits that need to be thrown into space? So please vote as soon as you get a chance, and as soon as we know where the link is going to be, we'll be putting it out on our Instagram, and we'll be putting it out on our TikToks as well, our individual TikToks. So, do you have anything left for the people, Flex?
Nah, man. To wear your sneakers, man, and always remember, it's more than sneakers. I feel like that's my slogan. That's been my slogan since I started. It's more than sneakers. It means it's more than sneakers. That's
Yes,
all I can
sir.
tell you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, guys, we out.
We'll see you next week.